Uno
Hello
mas.
there, stragglers.
What is up? Welcome back to the NerdVibed podcast. Hopefully you guys realize that the mic quality is better now. I just managed to get it work somehow. I do not know what I did. It just started working kind of suddenly. Jake can attest to that happening. I don't even know what I did, and it started working. So yeah, we don't sound like we're in a fish tank anymore for you guys. So
Hello, I'm under the
lovely.
water.
I'm
Please,
under the
please.
water, bubble, bubble, bubble. So yeah, as promised, we are doing a podcast this week. Um, instead of waiting another 6 months to do one. So yeah, um, and to celebrate such, a fantastic time in this channel's history where we've had two podcasts in back-to-back weeks. That's a rarity, you know? Usually it takes like 2 or 3 months minimum of doing a podcast. But, um, things are happening. So that's good. And to celebrate, Jake, what is this?
It's a spoon.
Yeah. I got the Oreo fucking thing from fucking Wendy's.
Oh, the frost.
Yeah. So I got a small. I think we talked about this last episode
Is
or
that the
something.
Oreo brownie?
Yeah.
Oh god, that thing.
What is it, ass?
No, we did it on the mukbang, and
Wait, we did?
yeah,
I didn't like it, did I?
no, I think we both did. I think you were starting to like it when it was like melting, because I was like, huh, this kind of tastes like the Cocoa Puffs with the milk when you're done with your Cocoa Puffs when it's all like chocolatey,
Oh.
and you were like, yeah, I get it now.
Alright, I don't want it anymore.
I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna talk while I try and open the spoon, so hopefully that isn't really annoying to anybody hearing this. Watch any gay porn lately?
No,
Never have I.
I have the Oreo colada.
No one fucking asked. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's the
Um,
hashtag joke.
yeah, I didn't. It's back after. God, I don't know how long it's been. I talked about it before in the Let's Play, but because I was very nostalgic over it. Um, maybe I'd have to say maybe middle school or freshman year was the last time it was available during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there last week and I saw it on the menu and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
um,
Because I know you talked about something being back.
yeah, this was it.
And then I had to pick up like medicine after work, and we were close to like a Wendy's, and I was like, I should get Wendy's. And then while ordering, I was like, wait, I remember Jake talking about something being back in the store, and I forgot what it was, and I got something I've already gotten. So, I mean, but I had a little bite of it just now. It's very nice.
Oh
Tastes
yeah.
good.
I mean
Um,
Oreo brownie. How you gonna
yeah.
fuck
Can
that
you
up? How you
can
gonna...
you put the trash in between us so I don't have to fucking throw like a tissue napkin that could possibly have my coming in it across your face? Thank you. But yeah. So yeah.
My only downside is that they don't. I think you can ask for whipped cream because it usually, if you remember coladas, you would get the whipped cream on top.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did when I got it last week, when I got it this week, well, first of all, I only got it this week because they were having a deal that was like $2 off frozen drinks. So I was like, and I only had like only a few dollars left on my card, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a pro gamer move. I'm gonna get my usual, and then I'm gonna do a separate mobile order and get the colada, and that's what I did. But I was gonna put what I did both times was I would just put the whipped cream on at home, and I went. That's why it took me a little bit longer to get here because I was getting this out because
Hmm.
I froze it
Yeah.
ahead of time. Which because when they gave it to me, it was a little more like on the like milky side,
Yeah.
not like slushy side. So I froze it. Um, so I was gonna have it later anyway. But so I went to the fridge to go get whipped cream, and I was the last person who bought whipped cream. And I looked in the fridge, and it was gone.
I love when you're someone in your family buys something specifically for yourself. No one, no one in your family even uses that product. And the second you buy it, everyone uses it.
No, and then I'm like, I know who probably finished it.
Yeah, your sister or something, or
Yeah,
your
and
dad.
her boyfriend, and her boyfriend.
How the fuck did her boyfriend get it?
I
Did they
think
visit a lot or something?
her boyfriend has been. So I first met her boyfriend. Um,
Like promise something.
I was the
'Cause I
chaperone at her. I
remember
was the chaperone at her.
no, because I remember you said like a story of like one night you met her. I mean,
Oh
I met
no,
her.
no, that was a different guy.
Oh,
That was the guy who was taller than me, and I was like, well,
yeah,
fuck, I can't do anything. Well, there goes the intimidation.
yeah.
But yeah, like I don't. Yeah, he's a good kid. I mean, if he takes good care of my sister, I really, you know, I don't care. But he's he, but he's been staying. Past couple times he's been over the house. He's been staying overnight because I
Hmm.
guess he lives. I guess he's done with school, but I guess he can still live there. I guess. Oh, okay, but I guess it takes longer for him to get like straight to the school, but it's like easier to just go to like to our house than to the school, I guess.
Hmm.
But yeah, I remember when like the first night, it was a couple nights ago when I came home from work, and they had ice cream. They brought like ice cream back for themselves, and they were they were watching a movie and stuff. So I knew this was a good kid because since it was a Wednesday night, as soon as everyone was done with the TV, I turned on Amazon Prime Video because a new episode of The Boys dropped. And as he's going up the stairs with my sister, he goes, "Oh, is that a new episode?" And it was like, "Yeah, yeah, new episode." I'm like, I thought it used to be Thursdays, but now it's Wednesdays.
Crazy world we
Yeah,
live in,
right.
huh? Wow. You changed the day. You know, you can't trust anything anymore.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
fuck me, I guess.
yeah. I know. Fucking when shows now they drop their new episodes on fucking Wednesdays now. It used to be when the streaming started. It used to be Fridays, and then it went to Thursdays, and now it's Wednesdays.
Soon to be Tuesdays.
Oh my god. Well, The Boys is ending, so
Hmm. But I mean, yeah, as long as he takes care of your sister and all that, then no harm being done.
I know he's also. I don't mean to um stab an old wound or something, but he is also from Laos.
Oh, he's from Laos, so he's Asian?
Yeah,
Oh boy. How do your parents feel about that? Your sister being a minority.
they treat him more like a family member than they do me.
That, I mean,
they call my he calls my parents by their first name.
uh-huh.
Yeah, it's something, right?
I mean, you know, not the
I th-
worst thing.
I think they're one of the minorities that's like it's okay, but if he's black, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, the fucking heavens, dude.
oh, good heavens.
Oh, hey, what are you doing out here? Get back.
The Shadow Man is here.
Sir, Jamarcus is here. Fucking love black names, Jamarcus and all that. Like, there's always like a D and then like it's just like something Arcus. What do you call a dead black person? Or what would you name a dead black person? Decarcus? Gotcha, dude. So did the cops. Uh, what?
Oh, they got him too.
They got him. He was reaching. He was not complying with the law.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyways, speaking of not cooperating with the law, Jeffrey Epstein. Just kidding. You can go
he's
on.
still alive.
Yeah, I saw him in Tel Aviv or something.
I know. Zach, and I don't know if you were there when we were playing, but when we were playing Fortnite, he was like, Zach was like, "Did you guys know Epic Games accidentally confirmed Jeffrey Epstein's still alive?" And I'm like, and I was like, "Oh, he's clearly goofing off." Like,
I would
uh,
have remembered that. Oh,
you,
because of his fucking gamer tag
yeah.
or something,
So,
and
and it's like, oh yeah, the one of the Fortnite like sites you can go on to see about the shop was like it like updated that his account was still active for stuff. So everyone was like, so,
I mean, unless it got hacked, then
that's what I told him. I'm like, yeah, it probably got hacked. I mean,
I mean, it is an account of the world's most infamous pedophile ever in
wonder what
existence.
his locker looked like.
I mean, it's Fortnite, so there's, you know, probably can't put children in that, but I imagine it's filled with characters that resemble children, maybe. Probably Violet from The Incredibles if she's in that game. I don't think she's
No,
in that. I don't think she's in
no,
Fortnite.
only Mr. Incredible, Frozen,
Yeah,
and Helen
I
for
forgot, yeah.
right now.
I guess just any childlike character.
I think the only like I could be wrong. The only one I can recall that was like a teenager was 11. It's the only one I can think of.
When was 11 added?
Probably,
I mean, it was recent, right?
yeah,
So
definitely.
it was like
I don't know if they
after.
did. I don't know if they did a wave 2 or not for the fifth season, but
I
I
mean,
know I think for season 4 they did. I think I don't I don't really keep up with that show.
yeah.
I think it's basically just horror for Disney adults, but that's coming from personal
Hmm.
experience. But do remember seeing it in the shop, and I think that was like one of the few times, probably Avatar as well. I think I'm not okay. I'm not really familiar with that franchise, so please don't someone get mad being like what their canonical age is. I'm pretty sure Aang's pretty much supposed to be a kid,
Oh, yeah, he's a kid.
so
I think pretty much the main three. Actually, the main four. If you think about it, yeah, they're all children. So,
yeah, that's the only
and
ones I.
Katara, Suko, I think his name is, and Toph, or whatever. He's, I don't know, fucking Asian names. But you get it. I think they're all minors, I believe, for when the show takes place.
I think those were all in Fortnite as
Yeah.
yeah, but those are like the only ones I can really think of. Yeah, I know. I'm since we're not have a session tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be playing in the afternoon,
Yeah.
probably as much as I can because they're doing the fucking Star Wars event. Because of course they are. Like, oh, can I do another freaking grind fest for Star Wars? And
I've
they
not
did.
played Fortnite in a hot minute.
Yeah, I played with. Oh well, I actually do have a funny story, but I wanted to bring it up in Let's Play, but I'll talk about it right now. I did play with Zach and Noah last. Well, usually when I get on, they're like about to like get, or they'll do like, okay, we'll do a couple more matches.
Uh huh.
By the time I get on, I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But he, so we're well, first of all, they were like, I don't want to do Royale. Royale's just a broken mess right now. And I'm like, what? Why? What happened? And it's just like, they're like, it just sucks right now. And yeah, when we played, it definitely sucked ass. But Noah said some fucking hilarious shit. I don't know what he was talking about. He was like ranting about something, and then he goes like, I'd rather have them cut off all three heads. and me and Zach just start laughing, and they're like, and we're like, "What's the third head?" And he's
Okay, so his main head, his dick head, right?
yeah, like, "What's the third one?" We were
What?
both
Yeah.
like perplexed, and then when we asked, like, "Dude, what's the third head?" And he's like, "I don't know."
I
So
mean,
I was like, "Why did you say that?"
yeah. Like, alright, sweet.
Like, what's the third head?
So it's a mystery, I guess.
Yeah,
Finding out what Noah's third head is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I've like finished all like the battle passes, so it's yeah. And they added like new Star Wars games. One of them is just basically one of the games you can play in Battlefront 2, but it's just like it feels like Fortnite was just not meant for that specific game mode. It just and there was a lot of sweats, a
Mhm.
lot of sweats, and it was so. What I did was I basically pulled a South Park and just I did a private server so I could just kill the NPC so I can get XP so I can build up so I can go back to like the public games a little bit stronger.
Mhm.
Um but yeah. Yeah, that's like pretty much the only thing I've been, playing because it's like I really don't have much options because games are also getting expensive now.
Right.
Like I think like only last year. I think like last year I only bought like one game out of the entire. I think I only bought like one game, and that was Doom Dark Ages. And I think this year I'm probably gonna pre-order two, which is gonna be Halloween and the Wolverine game.
You were gonna get Tamagotchi though, right?
I'll think about it. I haven't used my Switch yet,
Yeah.
and obviously it's probably gonna be better on Switch 2 anyway. And
It
Switch 2 is going
yeah,
up.
it went up recently. I mean, I don't think
I heard the
Tamagotchi.
I heard September. I heard it's starting September that they're going up.
No, so you have like relatively enough time until then.
Well, that's Switch 2's. But I am actually trying to save up for a Series X, the disc for the disc drive. So basically, I can play the 360 games,
Mhm. How
and
much is
also,
that?
and and it's also so I can give my cousin because I have the digital right now. I want to give my cousin the digital so we can play Halloween when it comes out. So you know, I get a different one and I give him my other one
Mhm.
because he needs to upgrade because he's still on PS4 and he like and I try to give him all the tips. I'm like, put it in rest mode when you wanna update the game, do this and he's like I my cousins he's like I gotta put it in like if I'm gonna play it, it's like I gotta like update the game like a week ahead. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to like it shouldn't take that long. You gotta put it in rest mode. Put in Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if his thing's like genuinely busted or not, but I keep telling him. I keep telling him like, dude, you gotta upgrade. Like shit's going up, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, I told him about like maybe get a Switch too because I said you can you can use it on the go. I know you travel a lot. And he's like, I'll think about it. And he's like, I don't know, I just don't really play video games anymore. And it's like, I'm like, dude, like this is becoming a luxury now.
Yeah. Pretty
Like,
much.
like we're not like it's gonna be like if at this rate, like it's gonna be like really like Christmases are just not gonna be the same anymore. We're not gonna
Yeah.
see kids like getting new consoles anymore unless they're like super rich.
Young couples can't even get
Yeah,
houses. Like Christmases are a nightmare
yeah.
nowadays, I would think.
Oh yeah. Like literally last Christmas, what saved me was literally
I
my
gave you
what.
my heart.
Yeah, but my what not
And the
my $99 what not refund for delayed shipping pretty much saved Christmas for
Yeah.
me. 'Cause that literally that refund literally went towards like presents and but yeah, it's insane. And so on Amazon, so and I've also been waiting to see if the monthly deal thing, the layaway, basically Amazon's layaway plan,
Yeah.
when you, that's not like credit based, that we both did for the digital. I'm waiting to see if that somehow becomes available for the disc version, but usually those like they don't notify you when they do it. It just pops up out of nowhere, and then they'll they decide when to pull the plug on it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it'll be there for like a really long time, others it will be like a limited time offer. But yeah, so basically my plan, so it's $642. Um I think the PS5 right now is, I think, a bit
That
more.
is in price. It was in price recently.
Yeah, I think it's more than the Series X now, I think.
For probably nearly year console, by the way.
Yeah.
It raised its price, which is fucking
Fuck you,
insane.
AI.
Yeah. Let's not go on
Um
that AI tangent again. Do podcasts in a row.
yeah. But I think it's more than the Series X. I'm not sure. But the PS5 Pro is now like $800.
That's the most useless thing that you can buy in terms of like
Yeah.
technology right now.
It's good enough.
Just like no, like just don't even get it. Just get like a PS5. You'll get the same exact experience. Like people who care about specs that much have a PC gaming anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like, who is the target audience for the PS5 Pro?
Yeah. So that's why, yeah. I mean, before I have thought about getting a Slim. Um but I think it's like just as much, if not just a slight bit more than the Series X. And honestly, I mean, I love both those consoles. I know, like I love both of them, but man, like the quality I've had with the Series X compared to the PS5 is literally like night and day for me.
Oh,
Like,
really? You prefer the Xbox more?
yeah, like I can do like, I know I can probably do it on PS5 as
That
well,
is
but like
very
I get
surprising.
like, at Fortnite I get like 100. You can get 120 FPS. Like, looks really good.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you had like one problem I saw on Fortnite where you're like chugging around. One of the few times I play with you guys.
I think that was because my controller died. That was
That
my
you are
control.
correct.
Yeah, my
That's
controller.
actually what happened.
Yeah, because we still use the batteries,
I
and
just
I do
remember.
want to get rechargeable batteries, so I don't have to like throw out more like.
Does Xbox not do like wired controls anymore? Like, is that not a thing that they do anymore?
Well, the controllers do have the USB port on it, so you can plug it into the console, so you don't have to use batteries. But I I don't know what it's. I don't know if it's just my setup or what, but I noticed some like, I don't know what I noticed there was like not lag, but like
Delay? There shouldn't
it
be
just
delay.
felt a bit like it didn't feel as smooth. I should
Uh,
say, but I think it's because probably there's like something already plugged into the system, maybe.
right.
So that's just. But yeah, I do want to get like rechargeable batteries, so like I don't have to fucking get new pair of batteries, and pretty much have like maybe have like four on, like have four on, so I'll have two already charged up, and then when I use them I'll charge them and then put those two new ones in and like swap them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can have like that. But yeah, then I mean, I do want to use my PS5 still, because PS5, they're going back to being um the console wars are back.
Yeah.
So like, they're not games, PlayStation exclusives aren't going to Steam anymore. So
Right.
well, I have to and I have to figure out room for the PS5 because I do want to use it again. I do want to continue Ghost of Tsushima, but yeah, yeah, because like it's crazy. But so yeah, that's so. But what my plan is basically since my birthday's coming up, I'm gonna save up. My goal is to pretty much, depending on how well I do with Amazon gift cards. I actually do have a $50 gift card on standby by a points reward program.
Mhm.
Um, so I have that on standby. And depending how much I get for my birthday, that's gonna help me not so I'm not paying it all like like I want to try to maybe at least like half at least
Yeah.
or like hopefully a quarter. Like let me just knock off a couple $100 and I'll be set. So I'm trying to save up for that. But segueing into Matt's long due overdue rant.
Yeah. So this I'll tell the whole kind of story of what's been going on in my love life um ever since like early-ish, mid-ish March. So the week after I was kind of like decompressing and I was thinking to myself you know, like I don't know, just I was like, man, I know like I just went through like a breakup and all that, but you know, I don't mind seeing like what's possible for me out there, you know?
Hmm.
Um so like within that week or two, I you know, I knew this girl from work, right? And you know, like I had spoken to her like the like last month or two. And like it wasn't like anything malicious, right? Um, but I was just like, yeah, she's cool. I guess I guess I'll just give it a shot, I guess. So, you know, she works like weekend shifts. And so that Friday, I was just kind of like, yeah, like I'll just, you know, see what happens and just talk to her and all that. So yeah, it's been a while since that stuff happened, but I remember at the end of like one shift, like I was just walking throughout my work, like I didn't have any work, so I was just like kind of casually walking around, um, as you do on the job, wasting your company's money.
Yeah.
And I went to like where one of my like I tried finding Lucy, if you can call who Lucy is. It's my work mother. Um, so yeah, I couldn't find her, but I saw that the girl was there, and yeah, I'll call her Claudia, I guess. So Claudia, and then we just kind of like start talking and shit, and then um you know um we had like a little small chat, and then as I started to walk away, as like a mental thing to me, as like all right, well, it's kind of like that situation where it's like you can tell like a person is just kind of like starting to like talk slowish kind of, and just like starting to give like less words in like each response to you, so you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, this conversation's wrapping up, I'll start to leave. But then I was starting to leave, like she was just like, you play Fortnite? Just out of nowhere. And I was just like, I just turned on, I was like, yeah, but like I haven't played it in like a while. Um, So then like she gave me like her Epic Games account.
She gave you her account. Here's
She
the path.
also
Here's the
she
username. Here's the
yeah,
password.
you could use it anytime you want.
I've been playing since its launch. I
Yeah.
I did all the battle passes.
No, she also gave me like a just PlayStation thing in
Mhm.
general. Um and so I was like, okay, we can play whenever. And so that the rest of the week I mean, we didn't play because like she's terrible at responding on the PlayStation app. So
I mean, I don't use the PlayStation app to
yeah.
message people
Yeah.
anyway.
I was
When
kind
I
of
got
like
my Xbox, I messaged my best friend. I just wrote hi, just to be like, surprise! I did it. I'm on Xbox, and like nothing.
yeah.
Like nobody
I
uses
mean,
the messaging system.
I'm not like saying like why isn't she fucking responding? Like we did have like some conversations, but I was not like I mean to an extent I was kind of like I mean
The
she knows I added her on
honestly,
here.
the only time I've unironically seen people use the PlayStation messaging is queso streams,
Yeah.
where they're just roasting.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You like he'll just be playing. He'll get like a PlayStation message pop up, and it's just so like roast.
Yeah. There's like a funny ass fucking video that I remember um from like 2K, but like fuck, what is it? Shit.
Like unironically, that was the first time I heard like the message sound too. Like, because like I don't fucking use it.
Sorry, I have to fucking
Like
find this.
people either just like people honestly they either just text you because you have their number or you use fucking Discord
Yeah.
to be
Okay.
like, bro, hop on the game.
Yeah. It's when you said like people don't use it for like certain things, like very rarely, I thought of like a 2K video where like this guy be like an old person in like 2K, and like the old guy like sound like a voice message like pissed off.
MLK comes back just to roast.
I did not dream of this game. I had a nightmare about this one.
Nightmare about this one.
But no, like I understood that like you know, no one fucking uses the PlayStation app to like fucking talk back and forth, so it's not like I was stressing that much about it. But next week, at work the next Friday, I was just kind of like leading up to like asking for her phone number. And then, we talked in the morning casually. And then we brought it up, like she brought it up, and I was just kind of like, well, I mean, if you don't really use a PlayStation to talk, then just give me your phone number. And she's like, okay.
Smooth.
Yeah. Um, so then, like, the rest of that day, we just kind of, like, casually talked. Um, and, I wanna give, like, a quick little thing about this. So,
It's gonna give a trigger warning.
like, this entire story has, like, not a happy ending, by the way. Um, but within the same day of getting her number, I already my chances had already died by the end of the day. Um so like we talked casually at work. And you know, I you know, the week prior, because it's important to what happens later on in the story for this part. I remember like the week um I broke up with my previous girlfriend, because like I can't fucking bear to say her name because it'll make me depressed. But you know, I told um Camilla um And well, I told like a few people. Like, I also told Lucy and all that, but like I told Camilla, who's like another older Latina woman, um, who works in my area. Well, Lucy doesn't work in my area, but I told Camilla, um, about how I had broken up, with my girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, it was just tough, and I feel fucking shitty about it." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, you just gotta get someone, close to here, I mean, it's entirely normal to not want long distance." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just shitty, I guess." And I added that, like, at that point, I had like already like kind of thought about it, and I was just kind of like, I kind of have someone in mind, but not really, kind of. And she's like, "Oh, really?" And then I was like, kind of like hinting at like, "Oh yeah, it's like someone who works here in like a different shift," and um, I hate how this is what it had to be, but like another older Latina woman was there, who had recently just moved to our shift. And the reason why me and Claudia even started talking in the first place is because that woman who moved in our shift was a part of a different shift,
Mm.
but Claudia and this woman were close with each other, so Claudia just started coming to the area like more like, well, not more, um more, fucking more often. Like, she just actually used to just start showing up for that reason. But you know, that woman was also there, and she was hearing pretty much the discussion of what and me of what Kamala and I were talking about. And then I hinted to the fact that it was someone in the weekend shift, and Kamala came up to me and was like, I think I know who it is." And I'm like, yeah, who?" And she's like, "Claudia." And I'm like, "Fuck, nope, uh." And then Claudia's friend was there to hear it. And I was like, "All right, well, it was only meant for Kamala to hear, but I kind of had like a little gut feeling in my stomach that I kind of knew instantly then and there that like Claudia's friend, who I'll call Julieta.
Julieta.
It's hard to think of J Spanish names. Um but like I already knew.
Romeo and Julieta.
Shut up. Um I already knew that like Julieta knowing. Okay, I just call her
Julieta, no.
fucking. I'm gonna fucking wreck on that name. What's another name? I'll just shorten it Julie. I already knew that Julie knowing was going to like not end well. So yeah. Um just as a little more context. So yeah. While I'll fast forward to the next Friday. Um the day that I received Claudia's phone number. Um we're talking and shit, right? Just standing by a pallet. And I forgot what led up to it, but we're talking about like height and shit. And then she just brought up the fact that like she had like 10-inch heels. And I was like, "Oh, I mean, all right." And then she specified that, she doesn't really use them. It's more for decoration. And, I apparently she uses them sometimes
Oh,
to like, to,
I thought she was wearing them like at the work. I'm like, I
no,
would not
no,
wear
no,
those at a warehouse.
no. She just has them in her house, but she just wears them every so often just to feel tall. Um, and I'm like, okay, I respect that. And um, yeah, cringe moment, but I was just like, yeah, I mean, you know, I there's nothing wrong with being short and all that. I like short women. And then I just I just, I just, I just remember going like, I mean, "You're cool, I guess." Though I mean, like, it was near lunchtime, so I don't know if she like left due to like going to lunch or something, or she was just like, but like I just remember her being like getting like up from the pallet and just being like, I'm gonna see if my phone's charged. But just so everyone knows, we did have like talks after that at work, so you know, I don't think it like blew her off at all completely. But yeah, so it went well, and then at the end of the shift, we kind of talked again and just casually talked about how sleeping on our sides hurt our shoulders and all that. And because we had already talked about it, like the week prior, I think, where it's just like she just casually brought up like, oh yeah, I slept on my side, and my shoulder fucking hurts. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of do the same thing, but with my other shoulder and all that. But you should definitely try sleeping on your fucking back. I mean, I know it's uncomfortable, but it's good for your health and all that shit. But then we had the same conversation that day, and then before I left, I was kind of like, yeah, so I mean, I might take a nap, but if not, I will be down to play Fortnite. So yeah, um, later that night, I was just playing GTA, by myself, just waiting, and then I got a text message, like an hour after she got out, being like, yo, you good? And I'm like, yes, I will hop on now. And then we got on, we started a phone call, and then we were just like, yo, hi, what's up? And then as we were loading into a game, she just, out of nowhere was like, so, I was talking earlier with Julie,
Oh,
and then I was like,
oh,
yeah, what about it? And she's like, well, she told me that you had a little crush on me. And then I was like, yeah, what about it? And she was just kind of like, well, unfortunately, I'm not really looking to be in a relationship right now. And, and I was just kind of like, I mean, all right, fair enough. On the inside, I was fucking
don't let
devastated.
your reaction give.
I had to spend the next hour. I mean, it's not like
Yeah,
I would
for
have,
those like which one, just most of them, like any of them work.
yeah, I, you know, it's, I'm like in my mid 20s. I'm not like a teenager where I would just kind of be like, leave the call like, fine then, like, fuck, like I just kind of like continue playing on, even though I was fucking like devastated and shit. But like I didn't make it like a big deal.
It couldn't have been worse. She couldn't have been like, "Hey, can my boyfriend come on to do trio?" I would
That
have been like, "Oh,
yeah,
oh, oh."
I don't know. That's pretty bad. Yeah, but
My
yeah, I
boyfriend
mean,
wants to do trios. Oh,
if he wants to, I guess.
yeah.
But I mean.
You knock him into the store.
We have Foxy Meat chat on, and it's just like, hey, listen, I'm gonna steal your fucking girlfriend, you piece of shit. Like,
Imagine his mic is off, hearing so he's just like all quiet.
if you damn a game, you can't talk at all. I'm gonna steal Claudia away from you, and you can do nothing about it, Jose. But like, no, like, I mean, I still spoke to her in that call like a normal person. Um, and in my mind, thank God that I have the ability nowadays not to just, you know, instinctively panic and just ask stupid fucking things, because I had the decency to realize, like, I had like a split thought, which is like, I mean, just let me know when you're ready. And then I told myself, like, do not say that. Do not ask her that. Do not say anything regarding that. Just chill and just hang out with her and
Just
just
shut up. Just
shut up.
don't
Just
bring.
keep things to yourself and then just cry after. Like, and then, yeah, I mean, yeah, the entire time
I
I was
would be.
just,
She didn't even be like, "I'm flattered" or anything. She was just like, I know you have a crush.
I think she said something along, I don't really remember. I kind of had to, you know, take that memory out of my brain for the most part, but you know, I don't know. I kind of forgot it completely. I mean, she was fucking nice about it. She's a nice girl. And then but she did say like I don't mind being friends and all that, and I was like, yeah, I mean we can be friends for sure. And then as time went on, like I woke up like the next morning just being like, oh fuck, that happened last night. So I just like out of like depression, I was just like, hey, listen, like, because I left out a lot of things, like a lot of conversations that we had, because I don't want this part to drag on for too long. But like, not that I said like anything bad or like suggestive, but like in these situations, I always just feel guilty for no reason. And then I like messaged her saying like, "Hey, listen, like, she brought up like she probably knew that I liked her, but she didn't say anything about it. Um, so then I just was remembering that like in the morning, and I was just like, hey, listen, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Like it's hard for me to kind of like deal with this thing, um, because of reasons and shit. So I'm sorry, you know, um, and all that kind of stuff. And she was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you didn't do like anything like the other guys in the past have like been fucking, you know, did weird things, but like you didn't really do anything that was like, you know, weird. So I mean, you're cool. And I was like, I mean, okay. So then like yeah, for like the next couple, the next week or two, um, we just kind of casually talk. But this brings us into the dating app era 2.0, because
For him, for him,
yeah,
for him.
that same night I was just kind of like, fuck, I'm so fucking depressed, I'm gonna fucking download Facebook dating.
You don't know. You don't download.
No, I know,
You just connect your account.
I didn't mean that. I meant like I'm just gonna go on Facebook dating because I'm fucking depressed. I didn't mean to say download. I know you don't download it, but um so yeah, I went on there. And I'll only bring up the notable girls, you know, just as don't want to fucking waste anyone's time at all. But so yeah, the first girl I kind of matched with, um, pretty much looks like Claudia, kind of. Um,
Like, hey,
I mean, hey,
hey,
fuck it.
I have a type.
I do have it. I mean, I do have like a couple types I really like, but like honestly, I'll fuck like anyone at this point. Like, I'll date anyone that's like at least semi attractive and has some things in
I
common with
just
me.
just remind me of that iCarly episode with that when they were on the when the guy was on the like when he's on the game channel and he keeps like interrupting the be because he keeps like hijacking the news report to be like asking for a girlfriend. He's like, "You don't have to be pretty. You just need to be a female with a beating heart." And he gets like bonked in the head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't have to be attractive. Just you need to be a
Just
woman and to have a beating
just
heart.
be a woman and be of age. Those are the requirements. Meanwhile, Trump, you can just be a woman. You can be any age though. It's fine. It's entirely fine. But yeah, so um,
Stop calling him a pedophile. It's gonna hurt his feelings.
but yeah,
It's gonna hurt his feelings.
so basically, you know, me and this girl chatted, and then about for like a week, and then it's kind of I don't know where she just kind of stopped talking. I was like, all right, yeah, I remember
Mm.
this. Um, the next girl, um, Mexican girl. Um, yep, another Latina guy as well. Um, so we kind of chatted, things were going well. And then I had the courage, like to actually no, I had like, did I ask it before? I just remember like, oh yeah, it was after, but like we just kind of like we were talking one night, like, and she just brought up like, "Hey, sorry, like I don't really get notifications from Facebook dating," and I'm like, honestly, yeah, same. Like Facebook dating, just in general,
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah,
they don't
their
do well
notification
with.
their notifications suck.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. And then she just kind of was like, well, here's my number, we can talk there. And I was like, okay,
Oh yeah,
but
that was quick.
yeah. So then we casually chatted, and text, and then I had the courage to just kind of be like, all right, so you want to meet up soon? Just just do something. And she's like, yeah. I mean, do you have anything in mind? I'm like, fuck. I thought you had something in mind. Um, so then at that point, like conversation kind of slowly died down. She was on a friends trip, in Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
at that time. So like around the time she gave me her number, she had just gone into Atlanta. And then she kind of did not talk for like the entirety of like a couple of days at some point. But like she would talk like once or twice a day. And it was like, you know, I get it. Like you're in a new city with your friends, and I'm just like some random guy who you're talking to on a dating app. I'm probably one of like 20 guys you're talking to on a dating app right now. So I know you don't have to talk to me at all times. You want to enjoy your trip. But like all day without sending like a message back. Like I understand that like you're in like a completely different area, and I mean knowing me, I would probably be like just so disassociated from like the experience of like being somewhere so far from home, that I would just kind of like not know how to process anything, so I probably wouldn't text anyone as well. But I was like, how many hours have to pass to get like a text message? And then yeah, so just as time went on, I was like trying to like plan things with her, like you just kind of like you know just gradually like stop talking more and more. And then I remember because there was around the time the Mario Galaxy movie came out, because it was
Oh,
like
oh,
opening night.
careful.
um yeah, I don't want to bring up Hitler or
Yeah.
anything. I was at one of my friends' houses because I was going to see it with other people. And then you know almost like an entire week had passed since I last messaged her, and I sent one final message being like, "Hey, um, sorry if this is out of nowhere. I'm just checking in one last time if you want to go somewhere or do something with me." And then I just kind of left it at that. And then a week later, I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna delete the chat," because she did not respond. So I'm like, "All right, bye," um, and all that jazz. Um, so yeah. What else after that? I'm pretty sure there's like another girl, but the main one that was recent, but um, shit, kind of forgot. I mean, it's kind of just mostly been like
Same old
the
experience.
same old experiences of like having like a conversation for like a few days or for like a week, and then the girl just always like stops talking out of nowhere, and me being like, whatever. Um, that's fine. And you know, I kind of like, just for shits and giggles, re-downloaded Hinge and Tinder. I got like
I
one match on Hinge with like this
I will
Asian
say
girl.
I will say um Hinge definitely has like more potential, in my opinion, to be solid, to be more solid.
Yeah. I've had like always had like the worst luck with Hinge though. Like it's so dry for me to be honest. I don't know why. But like the first night I downloaded it, I like the first girl I saw was like this Asian girl, and then like she had like a voice memo, and I was like in the bathroom, just casually taking a shit, going through Hinge like as you do, and I had like the bathroom fan on, so it was like I just put it up to my ear, and the entire voice message was just like a girl screaming into the mic, and I was just like, wow. I like
She's
messaged
the
her,
one.
and I
She's the.
messaged her like, man, I just downloaded this app, but
I think I
I
found the
already know that
girl.
you're the one.
I found the.
And then she was like, actually, that's not my voice. It's like an artist I listen to. Just doing that. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, alright.
Oh,
But yeah, like we casually talked for like a couple days, and just it's like a thing where I know where she just stopped talking. Like she was nice, but classic, classic dating app experience. So like the woman stopped talking out of nowhere. So what can you do? On Tinder, I
ugh.
matched with a trans woman who on their profile was just listed to just want only new friends, and I was like, hey, fuck it, whatever. Um, why not? And then we started talking. They're nice. This one um I feel very bad for. Like this isn't necessarily dating. But I will, the reason why this kind of fell flat is entirely on me, to be honest. Um, and it's not because they were trans, it's because that they were only looking for friends. I'll get to that in a second, but we had like nice casual conversations where, I'd ask them like, how their day was, and they'd just be like, good, at work right now. We're just kind of talking like that and all that. Um, but through the conversations, I got a notification from Facebook Dating, and it was telling me that I got a match with someone and all that. And so I checked, and it was a you know chubby white woman who you know was white. I mean, I just said she was white, yeah, but I was like, all right, you know, fuck it, let's ball. Um,
Balls in the court.
yeah. So this one is the one that probably hurt the most. Um, this one kind of is the entire reason why I wanted to give an update for the first chapter of my 2.0 dating app experience. Um, we talked um casually, and then we just it went well. It went extremely well, and then um I remember, like, I don't know if it was like the first weekend or the second, but um I remembered, well, a little before this, I'm not really ashamed in telling this, to be honest, but um you know I'm not like really shy with like being like, yeah, I mean, I do YouTube, like I have a fun time with it. So I just kind of like making like a stream layout, and then uh
You better not be one of those NerdVibed guys.
swear to
Are
God,
you mad? If you're mad or Jake, I swear to God.
if you are Matt or Jake, either of the guys from NerdVibed, I swear to God, I'm calling the police. um, but like she just asked me, and I'll call this girl Mary. Um, so Mary just asked me like, "What are you doing right now?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm making a stream layout." Um,
Make a stream of
I
stream.
mean I said like other things, but like one of the things I said was like a stream layout. Um, and then she responded to like the other things I said, and she's kind of like, "Oh, can I see?" And I'm like,
Oh,
um,
okay, okay, okay.
I was like, "Oh God, like fuck." I just so instead I just kind of like was like, "If you want to see it, you can see it in this Fortnite stream."
Send it. You just link your Twitch.
So right here,
Links here.
watch it. The rock is in the thumbnail. But yeah, um, as of right now,
No,
yeah,
The Rock has to be in the thumbnail of this video now.
um, no, for Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time we streamed Fortnite, like I shared it with like,
3 weeks ago was the
yeah,
last time.
like the whole time, like I was just like casually, just like talking with her. Um,
Uh, uh,
if you
I'm
recall,
getting the pieces are connecting now.
yeah, if you
So if you,
recall, because you and Zach were just like, Matt, why are you standing there, you silly boy? And I'm just like, I'm just chatting with someone. That's why. It's because I was talking with you know, a woman. Something you guys don't do.
fair,
um,
fair enough. I would have been like, fair enough, fair enough. Carry on.
Fuckaboos.
I would have been like, fair enough. Carry on.
um, but like, yeah. So while playing Fortnite, and streaming it, you know, eventually we started playing hide and seek.
We were playing prop hunt.
Fuck, that's right.
We were playing prop
We were
hunt.
playing prop hunt.
We were playing. Yeah, we were.
We were playing shitty fucking
We
prop
should have
hunt.
played murder mystery instead. We would have had a lot more fun with that than prop hunt.
Yeah. But like, I mean, honestly, I was not that invested into prop hunt, to be honest. So probably would have gone on my
Yeah,
phone anyways.
it got a little still. It was just only fun when me, Zach, and Noah were dicking around and like trying to like break the game.
Yeah.
Cause
Um,
you didn't? Oh, did you
I
leave
saw
late?
Noah like
Did
transform into like a big asshole.
Mount? Yeah,
Yeah,
Mount. He
I
was like
saw
spinning
that.
around.
And I was like,
Yeah, no, and he was doing the summer emote, so he was like the boulder was like spinning around.
yeah, I was like, that's something to look up at the screen for.
Yeah, he just imagine he's texting his woman, and he just looks up and he sees like a whole mountain just spinning
Like,
in the middle of the ground. He's like, "Oh, okay."
I bet that all right, sure, I guess, whatever, bro. But yeah, like the girl just was like saying like, oh my god, I'm sorry, am I distracting you from your friends?
Looks up and sees the mountain spinning. No, no,
I mean,
no.
maybe, but like, I don't know. There's just like a lot going on right now. That's actually a thing I told her. Cause like realistically, like everyone's like talking in my ear and it's just like trying to like conversate with like this girl, but like no, like I
And
think
he's
it's
looking
funny.
up, and he look up, and he sees this fucking mountain just in the middle of the map, just spinning
Girl
around.
I'm talking to asked me
While
like,
we're all like surrounding
yeah.
it, like, whoa.
Fucking praying up at the heavens, like doing rituals, and this girl just asked me like, "Am I distracting you right now?" I look up at the screen, I just see it, like I don't know at this point. I mean, I don't know
No,
who's distracting
anymore.
me at this point. Could be either of you guys, really. Just there's a lot going on right now. I don't know if we can process this, to be honest. Just hang on a moment. I'm trying to process things. But yeah, so she was like, "So am I distracting you?" And I'm like, I mean, you kind of are, but like, I don't mind it. And then she's
Ouch.
like, "What
Oh. Even though you said you didn't mind it, I would have been like, ouch.
about what?"
About being like, you kind of are.
Oh,
you
well, I
you
mean, she
got
knew what
you
I meant.
you lie and say no.
Yeah, no, I didn't say it like that specifically, but I said it in a way where she knew, like, I didn't mind. Obviously, um,
My friend turned into a fucking mountain.
hang on, bitch, shut up. um, but like, she just like, I don't know, it was like, you know. I wouldn't mind like sitting on your lap to distract you from your friends while you play games with them.
And that's when you left.
No, that's
Oh,
that's like that was like an hour
I
before
would
I
have been
left.
like, I would have been like, I would have
Oh,
been like, Matt folded,
I
completely understandable.
I wanted to leave that whole time. I was having like a chill time with you guys, even though I wasn't fucking with Popcorn at all. But
Yeah,
like I was just kind of
I
like,
mean, if you were more engaged and we're going on, we could have been like, you guys want to play something else?
yeah. I mean, you guys were like, I mean, Noah was a fucking mountain at some point. So like, I was
No,
just
it's
like,
a fucking mountain spinning around.
it was like they're having a fun time, and I'm having my own fun time right now. So yeah, like she was like, she just said that, and like the chat went somewhere else. Um,
Oh,
Pictures were sent and all that. Um,
okay.
and
That's when you excuse yourself.
yeah, like probably like half an hour after that, like usually
All right,
guys,
guys, I gotta go.
I'm gonna probably leave for the night. Um,
Gotta crank.
yeah, I did say that. I was like, I'm gonna go jerk off, and God be damned, autism be damned. I jerked off that night. Um, so yeah, I mean, um, yeah, like we,
The tough guys shiver when the autism guys crank their hog.
yeah, like, uh, while talking in that stream, like we were like we were casually discussing like, all right, so who's top and who's bottom, and then we are both like sub, and I was like, oh fuck,
Damn.
damn it, and then I was just kind of like, all right, well, like, I mean, I don't mind switching, and she's like, yeah, neither, like, it's fine with me, and then eventually kind of like got to the point where like I realized like, man, like she's like fucking 4 years younger than me. Like I'll be the top, I guess. Like fuck, man. Um, but pretty much for the rest of the week, we uh talked about life stuff and her job and all that, and she was like doing interviews in the meantime. Um, and then last week, no, not this past week, but last week, while she was doing her interviews, like I think she had gotten fired from her current job on Monday. And so I was just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you have like an interview tomorrow, so good luck with that. But I know you don't need it. So yeah. 2 days passed, and Wednesday morning she just actually I don't know if she got like 5 Monday or Tuesday, but Wednesday, just in general, she messaged me in the morning, like just being like, I think she already brought up this thing before this, so this is out of nowhere. Like it didn't like shock me completely when she said it, but like just know that like when I say this, like this was already something that she probably hinted at for like a semi justifiable reason, but like she's just like, yeah, I'm probably going to like sue them because of like reasons. And reasons due to like not getting like a raise, and just like her like being like not really betrayed, but like her not feeling like, you know, she was getting like necessary like payments and all that shit, I guess.
Hmm.
And I was just like trying to like compensate her, just being like, yeah, I mean, that sucks. Like I hate when management and all that is like cheap as fuck and all that. Um and I just left it at that. I messaged her that, just being like, yeah, I hate when places you work for are cheap and don't give you raises, essentially. And went into work after that. Um and first bake rolled around, still no response. I was like, alright, it's probably just busy at work, obviously. And then second bake rolled around, I ate. I did what I usually do. I went in the bathroom to empty my bowels. And then um I remember the time. It was 1 p.m. as well. It was like 1:10 p.m. right before my break was about to end. And then I just went on Snapchat because she added me on Snapchat um like a while ago. But I checked Snapchat, went to the messages, and no Mary. No Mary in sight. And it was just like, all right, well, you know, Jake is at the top of my talking list of my chats, and I know I didn't talk to him last, so where the fuck is Mary? So then I closed Snapchat and I went to Facebook dating, and sure enough, Mary's chat was also not there. And I was like, all right, well, I know that this isn't just like a Snapchat glitch or anything, because if her Facebook dating thing is also gone, there's a high chance that she definitely something happened and she just unadded me out of nowhere on both things. So then, like, I had told my mom, and I'll just specify that because I left like an important part out. Like the week prior, um, I had, we had been talking and just like being like, all right, so do you want to meet each other soon? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I kind of want to go to like the arcade at the mall, and I was like, all right, that's fine. That's a fun place. And then she was like, I also want to go here. And then I was like, oh, that place isn't there anymore. Like they got rid of it, but like it's in like the town over. So then we just were kind of like, you know, we're just kind of like talking about like, oh yeah, we can just go to both places, I guess. Um, so yeah, we are planning on meeting. Um, and then the day that we were supposed to go, like the day before, she told me like, sorry, I can't go because I've been sick with food poison for like no, she didn't say that explicitly. She said like I've been sick for like the past month, and I'm like, all right, fair enough. Just go to a clinic and see what's up, and uh like she was like, I think she got back from like the clinic and just was like, yeah, so it turns out I have food poisoning. um and I was like, that's fair. And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to cancel tonight. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. You poisoned with food, so don't worry about it. We will try again. I mean, she was like, yeah, sorry, like we'll try again next week. So then, yeah, um next week, you know she gets fired. Wednesday she unadds me, and I had already told my mom about this woman because I was like, hey, if we're going to actually meet up, then like I guess like I might as well just be like, hi mom, uh I want you to meet this woman. She's very gorgeous. She's very beautiful. Very chubby. Fucking love those chubs. Very chubby. Um, and then yeah, so like I just told my mom about it, and she was uh, like, well, don't like worry about it too much. Like you didn't do anything wrong. Like just don't beat yourself up over it. And then you know, I went back out to the floor after my break was over, started having a mental breakdown to myself, and I had like a moment where I was just like completely in my own mind, just like beating myself up, like
Homelander gifts playing.
yeah, like um, I, you know, I had gotten so used to like just anytime I was going through something, just like talking to Mel about it that like I was just like, man, like I'm gonna go home and I'm just like gonna decompress all this to Mel until I realized like,
Oh
wait,
yeah.
whoa, we haven't been dating for weeks. What the hell? And then I just got like all fucking like flustered and just like depressed because I was just like, like everyone told me I made the right decision with the choice I made, um, and all that, and I know that I made the right choice too. But like, man, fuck, what are you gonna say?
Well, two things. One, I'm just gonna assume that this girl unadded you because I guess she probably wanted a different response than what you gave her. That's just my theory. Number
Yeah,
two, I think you jumped back into this way too soon.
yeah, for sure. I I know like it seems like, oh, I'm single. I'm gonna go back out there and like I'm gonna fucking date a woman. It's like sincerely like I know I said like I did it like out of mostly depression, and that's not okay in the slightest. I get that, but another part of me is just like sincerely like just seeing where things go. To be honest, I just I'm mostly just casually talking to people right now. Where whatever happens happens. Like yeah, it's depressing when like things don't work out, but it's like hey, um I'm focusing on myself. And it's not like whenever I was talking with Mary or like any other girl, I was thinking of like I gotta get this girl to be my girlfriend, so like I don't have to think about Mel anymore. Like I sincerely like enjoy like pretty much the conversations anytime I was talking with like a girl. But like there's definitely still like a chunk of me that's just and even today, as I was recording this, I have like multiple thoughts a day where I'm just like, I think back to the night where Mel and I broke up, and I'm like, man, like I know it was like better for both of us that I made that decision, but like, you know, um, I just feel like complete shit. I feel like complete shit whenever I think about that night because like especially when I said like she joined back in the call and she was just like, "Hi, hello, how are you?" Just so excited to see me and just like me sitting there like solemnly like knowing like what I was thinking at that moment, like do I do this or do I just wait like and all that kind of stuff like it's just I don't know, like I see Mel, on Discord playing games and like his status is just sometimes like just playing this game and sometimes just like playing that game. It's just like
Yeah,
well
the few times I like check, I see her on online, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
yeah, like I don't know. I haven't really like I haven't really had like anyone like tell me like how she's doing. Not that anyone should, but I just like I just hope that like obviously like it's not going to be like a steady pace thing at all, but I sincerely hope that like you know she is at the very least like getting like better from that night, um because you know I just I don't know, it's just I still feel like fucking hush shit about it, um and I checked out messages like the last messages earlier today. Just like I was like fucking whatever, I'm bored, I guess. And I checked back at like one of the last messages, and it was like a paragraph long message, and at the end of it, it's just like she was like, you know, it was like a message where she was just like one of like her final messages of like saying like I prefer like we take a break from each other, like just just know that like this is the right decision you made, and you know, don't feel bad. And like it made me feel like slightly better, but like, you know, it's still not easy because I mean this goes for any relationship, but like, you know, um when you're in a relationship, like you always, well, for me specifically, I will anything I say, you know, that's out of like love, I always mean. Um and I think back to like times when like, you know, I promised things to Mel where it's just like, yeah, don't worry, like I'll be here forever for you, and you know, other things along those lines, and you know, it's it's just something where like I know that I shouldn't feel guilty about it, but I do because I broke multiple promises that night. And part of me feels like, you know, even though I know it isn't really necessarily true, but like I feel like it was like the reason why I feel guilty is because like I look back on it and was like, man, I did that for my own fucking sake. And like I know it isn't true. Um but like I don't know, it's just like it's rough, you know, just to look back and just be like to really notice like all the are you okay? You're fucking breathing heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
You're about to like are you about to like have a stroke or something? Like you want to fucking kiss and make out or something? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's like I said, because you know I don't want, and I know that she most likely knows that like I didn't like intentionally lead her on to like make her believe that like yeah, I'll stay with you forever. And then like in my mind, I was like thinking the whole time like I can't wait to fucking end this relationship. Like this is fucking miserable. Um, you know, it's tough. It's tough. But like I know Mel is like a fucking smart woman more than she gives herself credit for. Like she's fucking smart, like smarter than she realizes. So I know that like she understands like that like I was completely sincere in all the things that I said to her, and I I would assume she knows that like well she obviously more than likely knows that like uh that night was also not fucking easy for me, you know, just um but I don't know. I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. I think this is mostly just like whatever my brain thinks I'm going to say at this point kind of deal. But, you know, I don't know. Just airing out my thoughts with this. And yeah, you could make the argument of like, am I on dating apps too soon after this? Probably for sure. I've thought about the same thing. I had the same realization, but you know, I'm more of like a you know, well, I thought about this exact thing like earlier this week where it's just like when I was thinking like, am I doing this too early? It's like I thought of like the argument of like you should always take time to yourself and not rush into anything because like if you're still not over your ex, then that's just not good for you. And yes, that is part of what's happening, but I think it is also not entirely out of, order where someone can go on a dating app when they are sad about their ex and just see what happens. Because I know what my intentions are. Like I do sincerely just want to like have a girlfriend, a companion just in general, but I'm not going to get one because I'm sad that, I'm still not entirely over my ex, you know? Like yeah, you could make the argument like it's not entirely right, but like, I'm going at a pace that I'm comfortable with. And like I said earlier, like even despite me not being entirely over Mel, when I talk to girls, which has not been the case lately because I have not for the past week mostly have been like swiping or making an effort in any way. Um, but when I have talked to women on dating apps, like not once did I feel like none of these are Mel. Oh, like just I'm just thinking about like the possibility of like a future with like someone else, and I don't know. It's just that's the way I see it. Like I when I was thinking about it, I had like a better worded thing to myself. So I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense at all, but just in general, like I'm going at a pace I'm comfortable with. Whatever happens, happens. Like I said, if I'm able to get like a girlfriend, and even if it's like a week or a month or a year, like so be it. Like life goes on, and I understand that, like I will still definitely continue to be kind of upset regarding the mail stuff, but I mean, it's just life, and I'm getting through it, and but I know I can't like be depressed about it. And I think that's what I'm trying to get at, really. It's just like I can't really be solemn about it, Like, yeah, I'll like take time to myself and just like process it, but like when I see like a match, it's like, all right, like I'll just like shoot a message and just be like, hey, what's up? And whatever like conversations happen after that, like I'll just like casually talk with them, just stuff like that. But I'm not like gonna hold myself back when I know that I do want something with someone, I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. That's all I really have to say about that. So yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I'm in, even though it wasn't a relationship, I'm in the healing, trying to heal process. Um, I don't know if I talked about it on the channel. Probably did, but I'll um over the past couple years, I realized I was kind of, and this isn't like that I was really into one of my like childhood friends,
Mm-hmm.
and and I'm a scared boy when it comes to this. So um we were talking again, um and and I was like, okay, um I need to, I gotta like, I'm not gonna do a whole fucking love bomb, like confess feelings thing. I'm just gonna ask her out, see how it goes. So I did it on Valentine's Day, funnily enough. um that was unintentional. It was just, it just happened to be like, okay, this might be the good time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I called her, and she didn't pick up,
Uh-huh.
and she didn't get back to me, and then she didn't get back to me for like a week, and then that like literally next week she was like, I'm so happy now I have a new boyfriend, and I was like, Homelander gif.
Right.
And, like, I I was, and it just kind of, the salt. There was a lot of salt poured on the wound because she's now seeing a guy we went to high school with, who I remember being very chill, but um, you probably know him too.
Yeah, because we went to the mall with this guy, like back in
No,
2019.
nope,
What?
nope. He was that. Well, that was that's her ex, and
Right.
he was a grade or two below us. But no, he was in our grade.
Oh.
Yeah, so that kind of, because with distance. But then I'm like, but it kind of adds to it that it's like, not only is she seeing someone else, but it's someone in our area too.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, well, that's I know of. Like,
I
I
mean,
haven't taught I
she's
haven't
still in like Virginia, right?
no,
Oh, did she move back?
she's in Tennessee,
Oh.
so still East Coast, but
Yeah. I mean, that's far, but
you would need a plane to get
yeah,
there.
it's still pretty far
Yeah.
for sure.
um and honestly, I'm like totally against like long distance, but with her I would have been like, okay, I'll do everything I can to make it work.
Right.
um even though it's not something I'm really comfortable with, and I'm really scared of flying.
Yeah, because I think everyone has seen like my experiences with like online dating, and anytime I bring it up, I'm just like always like, I mean, yeah, you can give it a shot, but like, don't expect anything, honestly.
So, and this is, so I've been trying to get over that. So that's why I mean, there have been times where I've like thought of like going, like trying to like, sounds really bad, like trying to like grind on like at Facebook dating, just doing as many, I guess, swipes as I can or
Yeah.
whatever. Or but and before and before then, like I was talking to someone I was working with. Like, I actually got her number. But I started seeing her less and less. Um, and it's like one of those things that I talked about this before. It was just with her. It was just like, I'm I'm not good with texting, so I'd rather like talk to her in person. Just but she got back with, so one of my coworkers told me, because he knew that I was like into, him and like the other guy that I'm like kind of friends with, my work friends. They know I liked her, and one of them told me like, oh yeah, she's back with her ex
Yeah.
boyfriend, who I remember, who is much older than me, and
Uh-huh.
she's younger than me.
Right.
Like, he's in his like late 30s.
Mm.
She's in her early 20s.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Think
yeah,
about how it was when they first started dating then, huh? Yikes.
yeah. Like, I remember we were, because when they were broken up. Like, I remember when we were all together, when she used to work with us. I remember he like compared him to like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Because she was like telling him like, and obviously it's not my place to, but she described some really like traumatic things, and then he just was like, and so what happened was they were like talking or something, and he goes like, yeah, she's back with him, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, and I was just kind of like, well, because again, I wasn't really hurt by it, because I was like, my plan wasn't fizzling anyway, because it's like I was seeing less and less of her
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So I was like, oh. And then, but he was like, no, but she's trying to like say it's not like that. And then like it was like literally the next day when he was like, yeah, it's confirmed. Like, it's
Yeah.
confirmed. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, but that was before then. So, but And so back to like, so now there is now, and now the guy's with me. He's just now, and I bet you everyone, even you, are gonna be like, bro, what are you doing? But it's just with me trying to, and some other factors I will get into. I think there's an older Latina woman who works with us, and I think she wants to do stuff to me.
Uh-huh.
um, I because I don't know if I talked about it
Well, you
because
told me this.
yeah this all started when she found out how old I was.
Uh-huh.
And she barely. I don't even know how old she is, by the way, guys. I don't. She looks like she looks like she's either in her late 30s or early 50s. It's like you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she was like, we were talking about, because I guess one of them forgot how old I was, because I was like, I'm like, I'm 25, and he's like, oh shit, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm reaching unk, like I get it.
Yeah.
um, but she comes up to me, she overhears this, and she comes up to me, and she says like, you're 25, and I'm like, yeah, I just was just like, and I told him, and he's like, dude, you gotta go do something about it. I'm like, dude, I don't know what am I, but this week it escalated.
Uh-huh.
um I think it started maybe last week. I actually had a live fold, guys. I actually had a live I folded.
Uh-huh.
um I don't know, so I don't know how it's came about, but I was talking to the guy, and he's like trying to get us together, like trying to get me to talk to her. He's like doing all these things, like, but again, like, it's just with me, it's just like, obviously I'm trying to heal from something, like, really, like, that's someone I was like deeply into, like a more, and it wasn't like a more emotional, like, thing. So I'm trying to heal from that, and it's like, obviously I'm trying to think of like the ethics of it, because first of all, I don't know how old she is.
Right.
Secondly, she barely speaks English.
Uh-huh.
Like most of the time, like, when this guy likes to troll everybody. Like, he's
Right.
he's a he's a rage baiter.
Yeah.
Um, so when he tries to like do something, like try to talk to her, she always goes like, huh, like she because she, like, she does, like, obviously she does speak some English, but it's just like, she's just not very good at it. So that's just, so I'm trying to think of the ethics of it, and
Right.
like, but this something, so what made me fold was, so we were talking, and like, or he was saying like, oh, she broke her ankle or something, and then she like, you're gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? She looks at me and flirtatiously says, I need a massage. And I'm like, my eyes wide. I look at him,
Mm-hmm.
my eyes like are like bulging out of my head, because I'm like, what am I? I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this.
Yeah.
and and then, so for now, the next few days, in the last couple of days at work, he was bringing up like what kind of lotion you gonna use, like, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, I don't, and he goes like, "Do you hate me?" And I'm like, "No, because even I'm like so confused. I'm like, I don't know what's going on at this point. Like, I'm so lost." And like, and he's like, "I'm gonna go ask her what kind of lotion she likes." And he's like, I'm like, "Oh my god." So he comes up to me, he goes, "So she likes coconut oil?" And he's like, you better go get some." I'm like, dude, I don't know what's happening right now. And then I see him again, and you gotta go all up in there. The coconut oil gets a baby oil, and I'm
Yeah.
like, every time I hear baby oil, I'm now thinking of Diddy, and just
Yeah.
I start laughing. So I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm like, and I'm like, I'm trying to like heal. like if this was like any other time, this would be like I'd be like, all right, balls in my court,
Yeah,
you know. But I'm just like right now, I'm just like trying to heal from. I don't want to sound cliche, but technically, like I'm trying to heal from like a broken heart, basically, and like I'm like I just don't know, and now yeah, and now he's telling. So there used to be two other girls that worked with us, and now instead they were replaced by two trans girls, and now he's telling the trans girls about this whole thing now.
that's cool.
Yeah, and he's like, because now the trans girls are like, ooh, and they're like, and he's like, and I'm just like, I awkwardly just put my hands up, I'm like, back away, and he's like, don't back away. He's like, you're into it, and I'm like, I'm not saying anything.
Uh,
I mean, like, but yeah, but it's also because he's also telling me conflicting things about her. Because firstly, he tells me she already has a boyfriend, so that's why I'm already again, I'm thinking ethics here.
yeah,
I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, she has a boyfriend in the Dominican Republic, and I'm like, okay. And I every time like he says like go talk to her, I'm like, I say like, dude, doesn't she have a boyfriend? He goes like, I don't know.
well, you just said that she does,
Yeah.
so like, what the fuck?
And then she tells me, and then he tells me her body count's really high, like double digits.
Uh-huh.
Um, but which was like also a thing that was like kind of like obviously body count's not something to be like ashamed of, but it's like obviously I'm a wee bit inexperienced, right? Like
Uh,
so I'm like I don't really I kind of want a more even playing field, I should say.
right,
Like I don't like I you like I don't want to compete with like dozens of other guys
right.
on performance. Like it's like I don't want that.
Uh,
So like I'm trying to think logistics here, trying to um and again I just like because you don't at the end of the day I don't even know if this is like literally her like trying to seduce me or if this is all just being nice or like I
right.
really don't know anymore.
And you definitely gotta be careful at
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Just think
Yeah,
I would just see where things go, take everything the guy has to say with a grain of salt.
yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I'm just like,
But I don't know.
yeah, it's she's hot as fuck, but
Yeah.
I just
I would feel definitely
too
conflicted too. Like
too many. Yeah,
I would be like probably more like less conflicted than you are for sure.
it's just like
But
I'm under different circumstances
yeah,
right now,
yeah,
and I'm like trying to heal from something right now,
yeah.
and like
Well, I mean, I am too technically, but yeah. No, I get it. Like it's tough when you are going through a breakup for a relationship that did not happen. That's
yeah,
that's actually, a thing for real, to be honest, where like you didn't have an actual thing with someone, but you it feels like you broke up with them. It's like it's
yeah,
devastating.
yeah, and I like ever since then, I just sometimes think like man, what would have happened if she actually picked up? I know
Right.
I probably would have been a nervous wreck, but at least she picked up the phone.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think about that.
Right.
Her obviously at the end of the day, her obviously obviously she's been struggling mentally and like seeing her you know get better and so obviously I'm happy for her. But at the end of the day, like I believe in her. I respect her autonomy, but you know it still hurts. It
Yeah.
still hurts.
No, like yeah, I get it. Like I've known that like you've had a thing for this girl for a longest time, like probably close to, if not like a decade at this point.
it was always like an on and off thing, and
Yeah,
then after like the past like few years, it was really like locked in.
right.
Like then I'm like, oh, then I think back to like everything. I'm like, oh shit, like
Yeah. Because, like, for extra context, guys, like, them two are, like, way closer with each other, but, like, us three just in general were, like, pretty close in elementary school. But, like, I drifted off from you guys. But you guys, like, stay close with each other,
yeah,
just in general.
yeah, we were in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
She was a
Sh-
bit
She was a
she
little
was a
bit
bit
further, but,
far she
like,
was a
she
bit
was, like,
further.
still literally, like,
Yeah,
a 2-minute walk from my house and your
yeah,
house. Like, three,
yeah,
plus 1 minute walk
yeah.
from
I
my
I
house.
I you know I've literally I remember talking to her about that and like being like, we literally live so close, yet we don't do anything.
But I mean, yeah, just in general, like
And
even back
even
then,
even
like,
to I had a really depressing moment. I remember I was getting dropped off back home, and it drove past her house, and I saw her old house. I saw someone step outside the door, and that fucking devastated me.
but
Like
just a random guy.
I think it was a random woman
Yeah,
or
it's
something,
like a
but
random person just
yeah,
walking out.
it was just like,
It's like, ah, that's not one of her family members. What the fuck?
yeah, I I don't I know there's probably other factors, but honestly, my mental health has been on a decline since she moved, and I think that
Uh,
was the spark.
but like even without the, love confusion, like, you two were still close as fuck in general,
Yeah,
you know.
that's why I never tried anything.
But because I know the way it is, like you don't want to fuck up like a friendship,
Yeah,
make things awkward, like you just want to keep it and don't want to like screw with anything, you know. Plus, like, there's always like the trope, which is like my male best friend messaged me saying like can we talk, and I
I would never
I
do
had
that.
a heart attack.
I would never do that. I would
Like not
never.
like
I
that
would
necessarily, but like just like bring it up.
No, no, because what they do is when they you can't just fucking, because I've thought about being like, should I just dump it all on her? But I'm like, no, that's not fair to her, because you're
Yeah,
putting all that pressure on her, and you're putting her in a tight spot. So I'm like, that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her out.
right,
So that's why those girls get heart attacks, because when they say we need to talk, they're gonna send a whole ass paragraph
right,
trying to be smooth, but it's just reeks of desperation.
right. That's why when I like try and talk, I'm just like, hey, you know, I don't know. Well, I haven't really done that in a while, but I'm just always like, I always kind of like try and bring it up in a way where it's just like, I hope this isn't like too overwhelming for you. Like, it's entirely up to you, but I just wanted to like get this out in the open, just because why not? And that's always just my approach. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't want to like fucking make you uncomfortable or stress you out. So I'm just putting this out in the air, and the ball's in your court, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. Just that's the way I see it, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her in about a month, because she was one of the recipients of my hey guys, I don't know what to do. My dad's being really fucking weird right now.
But
I'm like, hey guys, I'm concerned for my dad's well-being right now.
uh-huh. Kind of becoming Jeffrey Epstein the second right now. So I don't know what to do.
He's like, he literally like made a. I thought that, like, okay, so when talked about the podcast, what he like a previous podcast, what he said, but he's like, now he's like, for those who don't know, there's kind of a family tension right now, and um over political ideology, some other stuff over a family friend, basically TLDR. But
But
he made a joke that my uncle should leave my aunt for being too much of a liberal.
Uh,
I'm like, that, bro, that's not cool.
it's normal. That's a normal thing to do.
Because my uncle is, I guess, they go to this they go to this gym, and I guess my uncle has a thing for the girl at the desk, which, like,
Uh-huh.
guys, she's doing her fucking job, right?
Right.
Like,
Guys, I think the stripper likes me. I think the stripper's like into me. Like she's being flirtatious and like just being nice to me. Like I think I might get this.
and like, I think they're both in the wrong, because I don't know why I don't know why my uncle is, and I'm just gonna assume that she's younger. I know that's a bad thing to assume, but I'm just gonna, if
Right
they're
at this
work,
point,
yeah,
your dad and your uncles, all I've heard and seen from them is like they're fucking weird, to be honest. Like, you know, and I assume the one that we went to the convention with, the one who's with the Latina, like
yeah, he's the more,
he
yeah,
seems pretty tame.
yeah,
But like there's like
he's not the weird one.
yeah,
He's the yeah,
yeah, he's
because he
probably like the only normal
yeah,
one I've
because he
seen.
has like a psychology background, so he's
Yeah.
like, he kind of has to be normal.
But
He's the one with like multiple like degrees and shit.
the only time I've been like, why isn't this guy like fucking helping out is like when we were walking through like kind of like the mallish part of like the casino and you were like having a mental breakdown
Yeah,
and he just did not know what to do. Like
he
I was the
he
only one.
I told him ahead of time that that was gonna happen, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, dude, you're the fucking expert.
I was the only one.
You're literally like you're supposed to be like Sigmund Freud level. Like, you
Yeah,
have to
I was the only one who was like locked in with like knowing what to do. Like I was like I realized that you were like non-verbal, so I texted you, and I was just like telling you your dad and your fucking uncle like he needs to go outside, and they were both like oh okay I guess. It's like the fucking my son's friend is telling me what my son what my fucking nephew needs right now. Like I was like in that moment like bro I cannot deal with this right now. like like you guys are his dad and his uncle. You should know by now what he fucking needs right now. I shouldn't be the one like knowing what to do right now with this situation.
I know, and I was like, I was very confident, because I'm like, this guy, he talked, he works in a mental health facility, like
Right?
he works with all the extreme people,
Uh-huh.
and you were the expert that
Well, cuz I
day.
like yeah, like I think it's just like basic empathy. Just cuz like I like you know, I don't fully understand, your point of view of things, cuz I'll admit there's been times and I feel like shitty about it to a degree. Where I'm just like I sometimes have you know, I have a like Jake just get over it view sometimes, but like it's not like, you know, where it's like bro like stop fucking like crying about it, like just get over it. It's just
I was just genuinely feeling sick. That's
yeah,
like,
like but like that specific day, it's not like I'm just gonna like sit there and just be like, uh, here he is over it. Like that's what your family does essentially. Like I just kind of like walked with you, with them as well, and I was just
it,
like I
it
realized that you're
I
nonverbal.
was, yeah, and I was like trying to listen to music, trying to like calm down. It
Yeah,
feels like, when this shit happens, it feels like my brain is being like squeezed, and like
yeah,
it's like on fire. Like,
right,
I'm feeling everything all I want. Like, it's like too much going on.
yeah.
Like, I'm like,
And I realized, and I it got to like the point where like I was like, all right, maybe if I like give him like a half-assed hug. I don't know if you remember that moment, but like I was just like, I'm just gonna like pat him on the back and hopefully that'll like tense it up, like untense it up like just a little smidge. and like I went in for the
And I
hug, and
I know, and and I
you just looked at me like with an awkward
they
thing.
always and they kind of made me feel like I was being such a buzzkill too, because they're like, "Well, I want to go eat and stuff." Like
And I would have been fine just to stick with you. Like, they could have done their own thing, and I think they did anyways after all that. Like, we got outside. I asked if you wanted anything when I was going to go get a pizza. You're like, just give me water. And I went in. I had an awkward ass moment with like the people in the pizza place. Where like it was like a money issue or whatever. I forgot, but like I got Jake water, buy it out, and your dad and your uncle were just like, "Well, we're gonna go back in and eat and gamble, so we'll see you boys back in there." And I'm like, "Okay, see ya." I mean, I'll take care of your son out here, I guess. Like, you just it's it's insanity. It's just insanity that
yeah,
they
you
were
get
just like,
multiple bachelor
yeah.
degrees.
And your uncle was like just dumbfounded, like, "Wait, I don't know what's going on. Like, he's never like this." Like,
I told him ahead of
yeah,
time.
like, did you tell him like, just here's suggestions for
I
what
literally
you should do
I
in
didn't do
case?
I didn't like write a paragraph. I
Yeah,
just gave him a heads up, like, listen, I'm like, I might have a lot of anxiety. I've been like, I'm having a lot of stress being like out in like a very public place, like
and yeah, even before that, like when we were like still in like the convention itself, like
I had to like take breaks. I had to like
I
go
went
back.
out with you to sit on the ground like 2 or 3 times,
Yeah,
and
because
I
I
was
would go
chill
back
with
in,
it.
then I'd go back in, and then
Cause
then it would like then it would like hit me again. I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
I have to go back
it
out.
got to the point where like even I was just like fucking annoyed of walking through the aisles of the convention. Like it was just like like midway through us in that day, part of me was just like, man, I really fucking wish I just stayed home. like like I had a good time, obviously, but like I was just like, man, this is like really fucking annoying to navigate through all of this, to be honest. But like, I was feeling the same too. I was just like, man, I don't mind going outside with Jake to just decompress a little bit.
I know, and I literally packed a bag of shit too. Like
Well,
I brought my notepad to doodle. I brought a stress ball. I brought medicine. Like I
yeah,
was like, trying to, because that's what was my therapist was like, just like bring all this stuff. Try to have the best time you can. So, this is your passion at the end of the day, and it like still is, but it's like now it's like I don't think I can do these things anymore.
but
Um,
I'm sorry. I just thought of like a funny image where it's just like us, like one of us is like semi-stressed and the other's like tremendously stressed, but I'm just sitting there like, well, you're just sitting there with like nothing that you've bought already, right? Like you just have your bag with your belongings, but I have like an entire hockey jersey on, I have my hat
yeah,
on, I have
yeah.
like all the 10 items I bought with me, and we're just sitting there like, I don't know why that image is so
That's
funny
true.
to me.
That's a true story.
That actually happened multiple times that day. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, cause he texts me like about like, oh, it's coming up, and I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Just
Yeah,
give me like a year or two.
I told my therapist, like, you want to do any of the like conventions here? I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Like I need a break.
Yeah.
I need I need I
Yeah.
need a break.
And like I remember like us like when we were talking about like, man, we need like a player 3 and a player 4. Like I went to that convention and I've since realized like I don't know how the fuck I would go up to anyone and be like, so what are you doing here? Like
So why are you here?
perhaps you want to join me, my like I wouldn't obviously leave with that, but like it's like I don't know how I would talk to anybody here. It just seems like everyone is in a fucking rush just to go somewhere.
Yeah,
It's like I don't know how people like just casually converse with each other
yeah.
here at all.
It's usually when you're in a line.
Yeah, just is it's insane. I too hate crowded events. They are fucking annoying. I think I just get like more pissed than like anxious about it. I'm just like, bro.
That's my best friend's boyfriend, because that's what he was. Because she explained that to me. Because there was like this huge crowd forming, and it was just so chaotic. And like she goes like, "Oh, when he's overstimulated, he's pissed. Like he
Yeah.
gets angry."
It's just like, it's like, I've been walking behind this one guy for like 10 seconds trying to get by, but like the second I can pass, someone just abruptly walks in front of me. I'm just like, oh my fucking god. I understand why there's mass shootings now. Sorry. I'm sorry. Jake was currently stretching and pauses stretch to process what I just said.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I need to. That was a joke, just to clarify. But what isn't a joke is that I would fucking MILF to death. I think that's something we can both agree on.
Yep. Yep. I think this has been long enough.
Yeah, it's we just reached the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening
Yeah.
to this extra long podcast. This was longer than expected. Um, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.